Hey everybody, and welcome to my in5 series where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. MNLR Beats writes in asking or saying he wants to be able to use his Live 2 and 404 Mark II both in his DAW. Separating, for example, a MIDI or audio track from the MPC DAW into the 404 Mark II and then record it. Is it possible? I think anything's possible. You'll probably want to have both an audio interface and MIDI interface that can handle multiple inputs. I would suggest looking at, so I personally have the Behringer the U1820, and I've got and that's for audio. That allows me to get all of my, it has enough channels to do six channels from the MPC and the 2 channels from the SP404 Mark II and get the out from these 2 devices. So you get that into the computer, and then it has enough outputs to also go to your speaker mains, as well as get get inputs back into your MPC and the SP404 Mark II. So you can certainly do that. I also, for audio, and then from the iConnectivity, that's what I have as a rack device for MIDI. I think it gives me like 7 or 8 MIDI ins and outs for standard 5-pin DIN, and then it also has USB as well. So I have a pretty good amount of audio and MIDI ins and outs, and I can run that into Ableton Live and address each device uniquely, which if I want to separate those things out, so I totally can. My biggest concern though is using your computer to do all the routing is going to introduce the latency of the buffer on your computer. So it may end up with a less than optimal experience. So you'll want to kind of think about that. Otherwise, get a patch bay and just patch that. Like it's in a couple of videos I've shown before, but basically I can re-cable things very quickly by taking TRS patch cables and adjusting the inputs and outputs to have things go to where I want them to. Besides that, I don't know if I have any suggestions per se. The computer can make things a lot more complicated than absolutely necessary. And certainly working between hardware and the computer is always kind of a give and take. So the more you can learn about it, the better. And I'd say just play around with it, because I don't know what you're using for a system, or if you have any external devices, or what your budget is or anything else. So it's hard to really give any straight suggestions. Other than that, I just say, everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And peace.